Hey everyone, this is Borvat, going to do a quick review of The Flash Year 1, Chapter 4, issue number 73, Not Fast Enough. Look at that cover here. I don't know why. I like that cover. It's like he's got blood behind him, and it's like in the shape of like a lightning bolt. Yeah, let's dive right in. So, last issue, we left with the Flash getting shot, protecting some people, including Iris West, who doesn't know he's the Flash, of course. He made it into his apartment, and we get to see that the bullet is actually inching its way closer and closer to his heart every time his heart beats. And so the Flash has to vibrate his hand, like you see on the TV show, to excite the molecules enough to resonate at a frequency that it can go inside of his chest and pull out the bullet, get the bullet out of there without damaging his chest in the process. And that's a problem because up to this point we've seen this is a flashback. This is a year 1. This is earlier, not current Flash. This whole series, these 4 issues have all been a flashback. Flashback. And this is a younger Flash, and this Flash, every time he's tried to vibrate his hand through something or any part of his body through something, it's exploded. And he clearly doesn't want his heart to explode. That's going to be at least as bad as getting a bullet in his heart, I would say. So he's trying to focus on doing that, but we have a knock on the door. Iris West is coming back to his apartment. I gotta show this here. We've got this nice, cool double panel layout, really nice layout, with Iris on the outside of his door, knocking on his door, and Barry on the inside, trying to concentrate on getting the bullet out of his chest. The art is, by the way, really good in this issue, as it has been in this current run. I've really liked it. And this is called Chapter 4 Flashback. Art is by Joshua Williamson and Howard Porter. No. Those are the storytellers, which probably means that one of them was the writer, but they don't want to tell us which one is the writer, so they're just both storytellers. The other one is probably not the writer, but like the plotter or something. Hi-Fi is the colorist. That person or group tends to do a good job, I think. Steve Wands is letterer, and Porter and Hi-Fi both did the cover. So same colorist on the cover as inside the book. That's nice. So Iris West is apologizing that she left on their date because she wanted to chase down this guy who was in Captain Cold's gang, even though Captain Cold isn't Captain Cold yet because this is the past. But this guy who was in his gang, she was chasing him down. She demanded some answers like a nosy, stupid reporter, and he was going to shoot her and everyone else in the game, including not the man. He's not formally known as Captain Cold. He's the man who will become known as Captain Cold, I guess. So this guy tries to shoot all of them. Barry runs in and saves them all, and that's how he gets shot in the chest. So Iris is apologizing through the door for leaving their date for that, kind of explaining her issues with what's happening. We continue to have this really nice double panel here thing with Iris on the outside of the door, on the left side of the page, Barry and what's going on with him on the inside of the door, listening, but also just trying to get the freaking bullet out of his chest. He does vibrate and he does pull it out, which is good. And he says Iris starts walking away because she just assumes that he's not in because he hasn't been answering, and assumes he must be off on a case or something. And he says, "Hey, I'm here, and I heard what you said." So they get a little cuddle time, and she leaves to do some work. Meanwhile, Barry goes to, what is this, Rikers, I think? Iron Heights, okay. Where's Rikers? That's Gotham, isn't it? I think that's Gotham. So Iron Heights, Barry realizes, this whole arc has been about, he first gets his powers, he runs into the future immediately and by accident finds his future self fighting with a turtle that's already taken over Central City. So he made it back to the present. Now he's trying to stop that from ever happening, but he's worried that it didn't stop it from happening, that he stopped the turtle now, but that same future is still going to happen. So he goes into the penitentiary, Iron Heights, as Barry Allen, CSI, not as the Flash, under the guise that he needs to get the turtle's fingerprints again. The turtle talks about his history. Nice double page thing here with panels going through the turtle's life. I kind of like the duality they're setting up with the turtle, where he's kind of like a reverse Flash. Not the reverse Flash, but kind of. There's this thing where villains are supposed to be kind of a reflection of the hero in some way. And so they're setting that up with the turtle, and I think they're doing a good job with it. So he grew up with good parents, but I think they were in the mob or something. It almost looks like he gets married. He's doing science. There's an explosion. Something happens to him that almost kind of changes what he looks. He almost becomes like a hunchback, and his hair grays, but he becomes slow. It's almost like they're making it like they show like lightning, similar to what happened to Barry Allen. But it's almost as if the turtle, not that he's slow, they don't say this in the comic, but I'm kind of getting the impression that it's less about him being slow and it's more about him just being out of sync with time. Like as if what would be for us 5 minutes is to him like 2.5 minutes. Like just time passes differently for him. And as a result of that, he's immortal. His family was supportive. They supported him through this. Took a little adjusting, but they did. And then he just kills them all because they were holding him back because he's a villain. Now, that I don't know if that's a new take on the turtle or not. I've read some stuff with the turtle before, and it was like he lost his family, and it was tragic. And I think I kind of prefer that too. As opposed to him killing off his family. It's more of a compelling story, I think, as opposed to an edgy story. So I think I would downgrade this issue a little bit if that actually is a change in the turtle's character. I much prefer the tragic origin of he actually loved his family, and just his powers made it so that he either outlived them or he just couldn't keep up with them, or accidentally killed them or something like that. But at any rate, going back to his kind of pseudo interview with Barry Allen in the penitentiary, he actually sees right through Barry, and he can sense the Speed Force in him, and he says, I know you're the Flash. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone yet. So the Flash freaks out. He runs into his office. He's like, I haven't averted the future because the turtle is immortal, basically. And I stopped him. I caught him. But that doesn't change anything. He's just going to get out of prison. That same future is still going to happen. So he's freaking out. Iris actually comes in, and she's kind of upset that he seems to be kind of putting up walls between them. After their little cuddle time there, now he's all obsessed with work and doesn't want to talk about it and doesn't want to share it. She thinks it's about his mom, and she wants to talk to him about it. And Barry's about to open up when suddenly, what is that? Krazak. That's a good image and a good coloring, but also just good onomatopoeia there. So lightning strikes through, and what we see is, out of a portal, apparently, comes the turtle from the future with the Flash from the future, now in the current time, which is the past time to the modern universe, whereas this is the future time to the modern universe. And the turtle from the future, forget the turtle from the past that past Barry Allen is still worried about in this issue. Here comes the turtle from the future, who already has all this control, breaking into that past Flash's current Central City, if that makes any sense. Which I think is pretty epic. And look at that Barry Allen, no mask, beard. Hope there's no facial recognition cameras who are going to catch this future Barry Allen and figure it out. But man, that was a good issue, I think. We've got some teaser stuff at the end here with Batman Curse of the White Knight, Sean Gordon Murphy. A lot of people are a big fan of his. Was not a super big fan of, what was the previous thing? Oh, just White Knight, I guess. This is Curse of the White Knight. The previous one was White Knight. But nice preview of that here if you were into the previous one. I like Gordon Murphy as a creator. White Knight was not for me. For those of you who did enjoy it, I'm sure you're all looking forward to this greatly, and so I'm looking forward to it on your behalf as well. Again, I think this is a great issue of The Flash. Maybe a good starting point, but go with The Flash Year 1, Chapter 4, which would be 3, 2, 1. That'd be issue 70, I guess, is what that would be. If I think that's what I think they taught me that in school. I'm a trained mathematician and on at least a 3rd grade level. But there's this thing I like to say about The Flash and other people in that category. This book has been consistently good. I feel like, generally speaking, in my opinion, The Flash is one of those books with a main character, that is popular enough to do a good job. It's a popular enough book to be good, but it's not a popular enough book to be bad. And what I mean by that is books like Batman, Superman, when they're good, but they're so popular that the people who might not care about the character or might not have the best idea for the character will get on it just for the name recognition, just for being on Batman, just for being on Superman. The Flash doesn't have that same thing, so the people who are getting on the book are really wanting to cater to the people who are reading. They're really wanting to do a good job because they like the character, not because they want the notoriety that comes with writing the character. Because if they wanted that, they'd go to Batman, they'd go to Superman, they'd go to Spider-Man, whatever. That's my theory. Let me know what you think about it. Popular enough to be good, not popular enough to be bad. Just this sweet spot here with The Flash that I love. And that'll be it for this issue. I will put this back here in the bag, which I am not really getting better at doing one-handed, but I am pretending to get better at it. And I've already put a sticker on this, so this is going to be graded as a green. Very good issue. Recommend. If you're just hopping on, I recommend, go back a few issues to chapter number 4. But that's just me. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section below. Did you read this issue? What are your thoughts? Maybe you haven't read the issue and you watched the video without having read it. What are your thoughts based on my review here? You still can have some valid thoughts, of course. If you did like what you see here, however, why not pick it up for yourself? You can read it word by word, panel by panel, page by page, instead of having to rely on my very valid opinions. You can create your own out of whole cloth after reading the issue yourself, and that is respectable. And by doing so, you can support your local comic shop. If you don't know where your local comic shop is, you can do a quick search online, find out. If there is no comic shop nearby that is within the proper, whatever you're willing to drive, there are comic shops that will ship to you. So you can be supporting somebody's local comic shop, even if it's not local to you. If you like reading digitally, there is also Amazon and Comixology are also options as well. Support what you like. That's the best way to guarantee it'll continue to be around. And again, that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys in the comment section and in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.